that amplifies the voices of sickle cell warriors and their families. I am your host, Coco Chanel, here to guide you through the real, raw, and resilient stories of sickle cell warriors and their families and their everyday journeys. I'm here with my wonderful guest, Andrea. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
First of all, I got to thank you for the hug that we just had before that, because listen,
Hugs
that was
are the best.
Yes, they are the best. I want to thank you for joining me, for sitting down and actually want to share your story with me. You're a caregiver. So I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself and your warrior baby.
Okay. So, I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and I went to New York out of high school. And while living in New York, I actually found out that I carried the sickle cell trait. It was when I got pregnant. Because I was a woman of color in that city, it was an automatic test.
Yeah.
So then her father also had to be tested, my daughter. And he also carried the trait. So I went to the genetic counseling just to understand what I might be dealing with. And my first child came out having sickle cell SS.
Oh, wow.
I have another child who is the trait. And so our journey
Began there.
So they told me she wouldn't get sick for a year. And within, I would say, 4 months, she had her first crisis. We decided sometime, maybe within a year, that we would move to Florida. And basically, we've been here since 1989. And it has been a journey. I joined an organization at the time to kind of be with people that would be going through the same as me, see how we could support each other. And that helped a lot. I went to school just to kind of explain to teachers what it would be like, that you don't need to treat her any differently.
Yeah.
But make sure she had extra breaks for water and for the bathroom. But of course, when she would be admitted, the social studies teacher would call and say, she only gets sick when she comes to history or social studies.
Typical.
So that was difficult, only because I took the time to go. I wouldn't say she suffered a lot socially, because I was heavily involved all the time. But of course, there were moments at the hospital, the stigma that warriors face. And we became friends with a lot of nurses along the way. So that made the journey a lot better. Over the years, I used to teach a lot of the cup being half full. I feel like you get more with honey than salt. So I used to tell her, for every nurse that's kind to you, give them a thank you card.
That's beautiful.
When you check out of the hospital, go back and buy the floor some muffins or donuts and pay it forward to the next warrior. Let people see you when you're not sick, and explain to them after about your second day in pain what life is like for you, so that we can educate. She was a preschool teacher, Shakira, and decided, I'm going to just move to Jamaica and enter Miss Jamaica. I said, what?
That is beautiful.
Anyway, she did, became a Jamaican citizen, moved, and to my surprise, won.
That is beautiful.
So here we are, going off to Miss Universe, sickle cell warrior. I remember there was a little girl at the hospital waiting for her to come and visit with a picture of her. And I thought, she can learn that she too can be a beauty queen despite her challenges. So it was a good journey. She often talked about lifting spirits and concentrating on the small things and how important small things were when you live in pain. So she started the organization Shak Soap in 2016.
Okay.
And on August of that year, she lost her battle to complications from sickle cell. So I have been carrying on her legacy to bring awareness, supporting patients, and getting people to get tested. It has been an interesting walk.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a purpose. This is my purpose. This is something I was meant to do. We also became a nonprofit
That's
in
beautiful.
Jamaica.
Okay.
So we do a lot of work there as well.
Okay.
Yeah. And I find that mental health is the most challenging. Getting people to advocate for themselves is very hard. I still struggle with it. I'm always open and trying to figure out ways that we can support. Something that I don't think a lot of us culturally know a lot about or respect. Yeah. And it doesn't have to be, because I'm a real advocate for mental health, and whether it be art therapy, music therapy, just ways. Yes. Shakira used to say to me, you need to find a happy place in your mind.
You do.
She would say, a fish and a festival is your happy place, right?
She's a smart girl.
Whether you're at the beach or not. And how she escaped pain by getting away in her mind to that place. So that was deep.
Yeah.
I learned a lot about the things we can control and thoughts that we would have to try to. So some of those things have helped me.
That is such inspiring, beautiful. So much. I don't even know where to start. So I guess let me ask you this: where do you feel that the challenges come along and making awareness? And I'm gonna ask for both, because you make awareness not only here in Florida, in South Florida, you make awareness in Jamaica. So where do you feel?
I'll give you an example of something that happened last year. So my family had a family reunion in London. And so we had 3-day event, and one of the days was a dinner, so they asked me to speak. So there was a cousin of mine that brought a warrior. He was from Nigeria. So as I'm talking, he says, your family they don't really seem interested. And I said, no, they love me, they care. It's just that they think it's someone else's problem. And so they would rather give a donation because people just assume it's somebody else.
Yeah.
So that is the part that's hard. And I specifically, when I realized this was happening and my mother passed in 98, I asked my dad, who is still alive and lives in New York, like 3 years ago, if he could get tested. He does not have sickle cell trait. So my same family at that reunion, it was very important for me to talk to them. Yeah. Because I don't want to hear that your cousin's child a year later after the journey that I've had to go through. So I've been trying, and that part is very hard. People say, my mother said it, we don't have that in the family. Yeah. Well, I look like them and I'm not adopted. So
it's like taboo in our society. Yeah. I can agree with you on that.
And it has nothing to do with intellect, because believe me, people will say, we don't have that, I don't want to test.
Or they confuse it for another, try to brush it off.
Yeah.
I had that stigma before. I've tried to break down to somebody that, I had a sickle cell trait, and they tried to twist it into something else. And I'm like, no, that's not what it is. I obviously, like you said, it is horrible. It is. It's really horrible that nobody wants to take the extra step to want to find out what, like you said, your gene type. What if you have anything. I do commend you for making awareness, especially within the family first, because that's where it starts. It got to start within the family.
Yeah, but I find that you have to entice people.
Yes.
You have to entice, especially warriors, because they're so
stubborn,
burdened by their disease. It's very hard sometimes. And I try to find creative ways to engage people in getting them to get tested, whether I offer them, like a spit, something. Yeah. Just a different way. So I'm not giving up. So we'll just keep reinventing the wheel, right? To see what ways we can get them tested. Jamaica is easier in a sense because the need is great. they lack resources, but the sickle cell unit is really, they have a lot going on
They
there.
do.
There are a lot of doctors, a lot of things in place, but it can't handle the entire island. So when we started going there in 2017, we piggybacked on something. They used to do a monthly country clinic. So we would just follow behind them and have a treat for Easter.
Okay.
Where we would bring down blankets, heating pads, toiletries.
That's beautiful.
Care packages, to give them out to patients and toys. And in 2018, they ran out of funding and couldn't do it anymore. So we still continued to do the Easter treat, right? So when we started, there were more of us than patients. But I'm proud to say now we serve over 200 patients.
Beautiful.
We were there in April. We did 4 locations. It was amazing. I would love to see that here.
Yes.
Like to be able to, just to do different things. My daughter used to say, it's serious already. We don't have to sit around and cry. And how we can lift spirits and just try to find creative ways while you're here.
Yes.
And it's interesting because people die every day, but it's something about the way she lived that inspires people. I'm telling you, like I could share this story, and it's just not how she died, but how she lived.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it sounds like she was very loved.
Yeah.
Loved.
Bungee jump, skydive, swim with dolphins.
Oh yeah, she lived her life.
She did all of that, and she just said, "I'm here for a moment, so I'm gonna do it."
It's kind of like what I said to my previous guest. They put they drill. I feel like as a caregiver first, they drill into us. Hey, your kid is this. You're not gonna make it to this, and this. So we hear the what you're not gonna do, how we're not gonna make it, how we're nots. A lot of knots. So we end up, I guess, rubbing it off to our kids, the knots. So I feel like they grow up with the scare factor somewhat of
nobody has control over
exactly
when their numbers
so when you tell me that she went bungee jumping, skydiving, that's living, and she wanted to, and I love that for her, because I want to do it, but I haven't lived that much yet.
And I think what I learned is that whatever time we have here, live your life to the fullest.
Yes.
Be kind to another person. None of us know a person's walk, right? But just be open and non-judgmental, and just be compassionate, because you don't know what a person's going through and how you might be able to influence them in a positive way. So, again, my cup is always half full. I look at everything in a positive light by choice. Intentionally.
So I want to ask you, with your foundation, what inspired her to start the foundation?
She is the one that kept saying she kept saying the old way doesn't work. Red ribbons and white. She just kept saying nobody's paying attention. And she said when you donate sometimes to research, it kind of goes to cyberspace, but it's not really impacting the community. So she wanted to do pouches to give patients in the hospital snacks that didn't have to be healthy. Lip balms, but really well-thought lip balms, not just any lip balm, because medication makes your mouth dry. Really nice smelling lotion, a journal, a quote of the day, a blanket, things like that. Because she kept saying the little things that we take for granted is everything when you live.
It's true. It's funny because this is like a story for me. My son loves hand warmers. And you would think hand warmers are just nothing. Like I literally buy them at Walmart for like $1.50.
That's interesting.
And
look into some of those.
Yeah, and he's very his hand, like when you said the little things, that is the little thing that, you know, that he is interested in. That hand warmer to him, when that weather changes or he starts feeling some aches in his body, he will pull out them hand warmers so quick. And he tells me all the time, it's the little things that help.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so when you saying that, I feel like every time we talk about a warrior, they're wise beyond their years.
Yes.
They definitely have been here, and they are here to teach us stuff.
And I think it's so important to make sure that they advocate for themselves.
Yes, definitely.
No matter how we try, it's it's hard for you to advocate for him if he doesn't advocate for himself.
Yes, I agree.
And always to make sure that is something you remind him of every day. Speak up. There's no pity. It's awareness.
It is.
People can't know what they don't know.
I agree.
What I learned in genetics was half an hour in high school. Most people in the medical community never learned about sickle cell. There are many, 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 many hundreds and hundreds of rare diseases. So it's, we have to keep talking.
We do. We definitely do. So
people.
Did your baby end up having any children for herself?
No children. I have a granddog.
Okay.
Mila.
Okay. She still lives through spirit through her.
And a grand puss cat.
Okay, so they're all her spirit animals.
Yes,
okay.
And I still have them.
Okay.
It's been this year is 9 years, and I still have them. I used to sneak Mila in the hospital because she's a Bichon Shih Tzu, and I found that even everybody on the floor, including the doctors, it's almost like a weight was lifted.
Yes, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. So I find animal therapy to be very, very important.
It is.
And it's just a place of...
It's comfort.
Yeah, for everybody.
It definitely is. And so I want to ask, with your foundation, where do you feel like it makes the biggest impact in the sickle cell community? Because you're in South Florida and you're in Jamaica, so you're making a good impact.
We partnered with a local organization, Shakivia Foundation in Miami, and the JJ Foundation in Palm Beach, and we do a monthly support group. And what is nice is that in South Florida we are so diverse.
Yes.
And so I'm of Jamaican descent, JJ's of Haitian descent, and then Shakivia is from Miami and the foundation. So we come together, we invite warriors from
all over nationalities,
to join, and then we ask guests to come on each month.
Okay.
Whether it be someone that's a mental health counselor or a physician. We're still exploring, different people to come on, but that has been going really well. We do visits to FSCDR on a regular basis. I go there sometimes just to hang out with warriors. I want to do it more frequently because I find when people get to trust you, that relationship becomes better in terms of support, and you get warriors to open up.
Yes.
I have to say, though, that caregivers, that's an area that I think needs a lot of concentration. Caregivers go through almost the same.
Literally.
The emotions of feeling like I can't bear the pain for my child. It haunted me for a long time.
I can correlate.
And I think that it's very important to make sure that you get some self-care.
Yes.
As well. I know when I'm on the support groups, and it helps me.
Yeah.
Even if it
empowers you. I do agree. I agree. Because honestly, I try to, even though I'm a caregiver, I try to extend my help to honestly any warrior there could possibly be. So I try to, if it's like needing something, going somewhere, needing something to eat while you're in the hospital, just want to sit there and talk. I try to offer across the board. But I agree with you. It helps. It helps as a caregiver to be more with yours. You do. Yeah. And like you said, the hugs, they help. So what do you find along this journey that now, after you had to pick up the mantle from your daughter, what do you find along this journey being rewarding?
Ooh, well, the other day, a friend of mine dropped off a patient to a facility in Uber. Right?
Okay.
And I don't know, she was moving a lot in the back, and he said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "Oh, you won't understand." And he said, "Is it sickle cell?" And she said, "Yes, how did you know?" And he shared the story about Shak Soap. He was a friend of Shakira's, and he said, "Do you know about Shak?" She says, "Everyone in sickle cell knows who Shak Soap is." I was like, oh my God, you couldn't talk to me for the rest of the day. I just thought that sometimes you don't realize the work you're doing.
Literally.
And that people are listening. Because I never realized that I had influence until after Shakira. And I thought, man, I must be doing something. And when you have events and people want to come and help,
yeah,
warriors.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
This is for them, but they said, "Can I help you? Can I please call if you need anything? Do you need a hug?" I'm like, what? So that is the best.
That is very rewarding. Yeah. So as for your foundation, I want you to explain a little bit for our audience. What does your foundation offer for the warriors, and where can they actually find you? Do you have a...
So our mission is actually to build awareness, education, while improving the quality of life for those living with sickle cell here in South Florida and Jamaica. So we have our support group meetings. We do care packages. Mm-hmm. We do visits. We have a quarterly visits to Memorial, where we have a partnership where we meet and discuss ways that we can support each other. Also FSCDR. We go to Broward Health, to the Hematology Oncology Clinic, and do visits and, bringing toys and care packages. We have an annual brunch called Islands of Hope.
Okay.
Where we have patients sharing their testimony. We do a fashion show. We keep it very upbeat, where there's some entertainment as well as awareness. We do have like a Christmas toy drive, so now it's more than just toys. It's we've extended it to care packages and blankets and all those things that they need to ensure that you have something ready. If you need to be admitted, you can just pick it up and go. And and we've been just doing some panel events and outreach events in the community, which has been going well. I am trying very hard to embrace social media.
It's okay. You're gonna laugh. I am too. So don't feel alone.
I really have a lot of respect for people that run social media, honestly. Because I'm very humble. I don't like center of attention at all.
But you do so well.
But
we're conversating.
I just find it feels vain, but I'm trying to.
It's understandable. You give the motherly love. Yeah. Even like I said, you give good hugs. So that right there says it all right there. So you can tell right there you're doing a great job and to make awareness.
Even TikTok, like I'm on there now and posting, and the algorithms are just bringing warriors to me.
That's good.
I get all these great inbox messages, and I said, wow, and they're just coming and Instagram and Facebook. It's nice. I get a lot of, like when I put up a post, I was thinking of discontinuing the nonprofit in Jamaica just because of red tape, not the service. And I had so many moments of divine intervention to continue. So I said, you know what, this is a purpose.
It is.
That I have to do. But it's when people take the time to send you a message, a kind message or a note, just about continuing, not to give up. It's everything.
It definitely is.
It's everything.
I wanted to say this while I asked this question while it's on my mind. Where do you feel the help and the awareness in Jamaica could be amplified more?
They need resources. I think mental health.
Okay.
A lot of them. I mean, the families, they just don't. They don't understand. Why are you in pain again? Like you took something. You know? So
they don't understand.
That part. So I think all around our culture tends to not be so experienced in that area. Mm-hmm. So they definitely need more support, counseling, mental health support, just in creative ways. All over when it comes to sickle cell, but I definitely see it there. And people tend to think it's a lot about color, but people that look like us.
Exactly.
The same way.
Exactly. I love the fact that you said that she went to Jamaica, became Miss Jamaica, and then started a whole foundation. And listen, that is a beautiful story.
Did our toy drive, and the best again was that little girl I told you about that had the picture waiting. And I thought, that little warrior can do anything. Literally. Based on your inspiration and journey.
If your baby was here today, what do you think she would ask for, or she would hope for the wish of sickle cell to be, or change in sickle cell to be?
I'm going to say, again, just getting people to be tested, getting more training done for the community at large, particularly in the emergency room areas, so that there can be more compassion and understanding in the space. But then we have centers now that are open that are helping with that and paving the way.
Exactly.
So that's a good thing. But I would say in those areas, because it's hard when not even your own family understands.
This is true. And you have to try to get them to understand. And
or they make comments like, but you're holding us back.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
But again, invisible diseases are, it's people have a hard time understanding things they can't see.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a disease you can't see, so they don't understand it. No. I totally agree. Is there anything that you would want to say to the warriors? Because obviously, I'm just actually happy to talk to you because I know, like you said, I've heard of your foundation. Yeah. So your name definitely rings a buzz. You are making awareness. Little do you know. Is there something that you would want to say to the warriors in lieu of your foundation?
That you're loved. We're here for you. I don't care if you want to come and sit in my backyard under the ackee tree.
We'll take that.
and just sit and talk about anything. I am available. We are available. We are open. We're accessible. And we just love our community, and we're willing to do anything. And I'm going to do this until my last breath.
I'm right here with you. So I think that's a 2-on-1 right there. Yes. Andrea, I want to thank you so much for sitting and talking with me and joining us on this episode. I hope you make more than enough awareness, but as you can tell, our work isn't done. So we have a lot more to do, clearly. Yeah. But thank you so much for sitting and joining with me.
Thank you so much.
And that concludes our episode for Warriors Within. Thank you for joining us.